This episode is brought to you by AFS, Automated Financial Services, your partner for fast, reliable, and affordable payment processing. Whether you're taking payments at the counter, on the go, online, or through a full POS system, AFS makes it easy to get paid anywhere, anytime. They handle credit, debit, EBT, gift, and loyalty cards across every industry and touchless options available for all in-person transactions. Entrepreneurs and ISOs can even earn monthly residuals through AFS partnership opportunities. The tools are yours. The income is yours. You'll get approvals in under an hour. 24-hour equipment deployment or reprogramming. Low, simple rates, matched or beaten, or they pay you, and 24/7 live customer service. You get the technology, rates, and support your business deserves. For a free cost analysis or rate quote, call 1-877-738-5010 or visit automatedfinancialservice.com. AFS, smart technology, real service, better business. Hey everybody, welcome to Dirty Thursday. Hall of Fame 2026 for River Cities Speedway will be tomorrow night. And we're going to do a little celebrating. From the Hall of Fame committee, Ryan Flaten joins us, along with Bobby Martin. He's going into the Hall tomorrow night. Todd LaHaise also going into the Hall. He'll be giving us a call later on. And, of course, Jeannie Christensen and Julie Peterson all going to be inducted tomorrow night. Stephen Lewis, my co-host, is here. Dale, the producer, is here. Our show today brought to you by JD Construction. When you finally come to the conclusion that you just can't get your heavy construction done on your own, call JD Construction to get the job done right. JD Construction has the right equipment for the right job, big or small. Excavating, demolition, spring cleanup. Farmers, get all your ditch work or tree lines cleaned up before planting season. JD Construction also does concrete work and concrete removal. From small excavating jobs to big jobs needing a laser system or a dozer or a payloader with a grapple. And they have the trucks to haul material to or from the job site. JD Construction can do the job the right way. Contact them today by calling 701-740-4220. There's still some spring openings left or schedule work for fall too. JD Construction, getting the job done the right way. Call 701-740-4220. Here we go. Again, you've got the phone number here. Anything you want to do, talk, call, text, whatever. 701-213-0863. Kevin Pappenfuss, Corey Litton, already texting us. Let's get it out of the way. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Here we go. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. So, what is the difference between a Hall of Fame racer and a bad lover? What's the difference between a Hall of Fame racer and a bad lover? This isn't a very good joke either. The Hall of Fame racer actually gets a trophy for finishing under 12 seconds. There we go. Got that out of the way. And I did want to mention the Red River Valley Catfish League. We officially ended our season last night. And it was so bad for me, I thought about selling my boat and buying a go-kart and going racing on Wednesdays. But we'll talk about that on another show. Let's do it. Forks Karting news and updates. Here he is, Dale, the producer. What's happening at Forks Karting Association, my man?
Yeah, it was another awesome night at Forks Karting Speedway yesterday. Seeing some more drivers debut throughout the season. The counts have been increasing all season long, and I understand there may still be a few more for the last few weeks of the season. They added an extra day. You can find out more info on that on the Forks Karting Facebook page. But some of the notable winners from last night, some first-time winners this season. I know it's been a long time since the old Forks Karting track in Amaretto, but Dale Conzi got his first win in quite a few years in the Masters class, so
wow.
big ups to him.
Wow.
And also, many congratulations to Kyle Jarvis getting his first win since returning to Forks Karting the last few years in the senior medium class.
Man.
And Duncan Rethmeyer, he's trying to go for a clean sweep all season long in the Junior 1 Yamaha. He got another win last night, and those are just a few of the many winners at Forks Karting Speedway last night. Again, a few Wednesdays left of the season, located just adjacent from River Cities Speedway. And on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock.
And they added a date. Is that correct?
Yep, they added a day because I think we had like
11 rainouts in a row.
Yeah, 6 or 7 total weather cancellations. So really good they are able to add an extra day. And then the state championship will be the last Saturday of the month.
All right, thank you very much. Time now for our Dirty Thursday track schedule, brought to you by Forks Karting Association. You can watch the karts race every Wednesday night, Forks Karting Speedway at the Grand Forks Fairgrounds. Find out more by going to forkskartingassociation.com. Tonight at, no, we got nothing going on.
We are
at
off.
Norman County Raceway. Nothing going on tonight. Okay, they are off. Tomorrow night, of course, Hall of Fame night at the world-famous legendary bull ring. The NOSA Sprint cars, the late models, the Midwest mods, and the street stocks will all be at River Cities Speedway tomorrow night. Weekly racing program at Fix It Forward Speedway in Fargo. So go check that out. By the way, we're working on getting the Eisenshank twins here before we go do the World of Outlaws show. Maybe Danny will show up this time, or Donnie will show up this time. That'd be nice. Devil's Lake, tentative schedule. Let's see, Wissota Midwest Mods, Street Stocks, the Pier Stocks, the Trophy Class, and to be determined for possibly one more class. Any news on that, Dale?
Yeah, those are the 4 classes that will be racing this Saturday at Devil's Lake Speedway, and it's going to be a special themed customer appreciation night. All admission, free admission at the grandstands. So if you want to check out some free racing, come on out to Devil's Lake Speedway this Saturday night.
All right. Let's see here. Coming up at Greenbush Race Park, Saturday, Pier Stocks, the Streets, the 4-cylinder, the Midwest Mods, the A-Mods, and NLRA going to be there, Moy. For the trip to Victory Lane, but this is a story I'm reading from the news. But after nearly a year of recovery from a rollover crash, simply taking the green flag, of course, marked a victory for Lane, that's for sure. He said, my heart rate was through the roof. As soon as he rolled onto the track for hot laps, he said the nerves faded. We got in for hot laps, kind of just felt normal, like back to business, like I never really left, he said. The moment came nearly a year after that rollover crash during the Jamestown Stock Car Stampede. Left him with compression fracture of a C5 vertebrae and a 4-millimeter spinal cord compression. Doctors told him he'd likely never walk again. Well, he fought through it all, through the rehabilitation. His mom, Heather, remembered the moments after the crash as she waited in the grandstands for any update. Now, at first, his goal wasn't returning to racing. It was just getting back to everyday life. Big drive just to get back into the car and doing the stuff I like to do. The racing was really secondary. I just kept telling myself if I could do it, I would. Well, he did Saturday. Ended early, though. I mean, he wrecked. First race back. Moment of frustration for him, but everybody was happy to see him walk away healthy. I think it's just him fulfilling his dream, said Heather. As a mom, it's scary, but at the same time, you're just so proud. Lane also added a new member of his support team in the pits, his dog, Irwin. Been by his side throughout the recovery. Lane, great to see you are back. And one more quick thing I need to talk about here, if I can find it. No, that's not it. Here we go. Memorial ride for Nick Minsky. Coming up Saturday, August 15th, $20 per rider. They're going to start at Up North Pizza in East Grand Forks. Register from 11 a.m. to noon. They'll be on the road at noon. Use the Kennedy Bridge, turn by Ace Hardware to access Up North. The Sorley will not be accessible. They're going to stop at Johnny's Nemoredo, Good Friends in Larimore, Iron Horse at Inkster, Broken Drum in Grand Forks, and Up North Pizza. Downtown Horns are going to be playing at, I believe, 6 o'clock. They're going to close down that street like they used to do there between Up North and the VFW. Event's open to the public, $5 cover charge. All the proceeds will go towards the event's entertainment. Contact Casper at 701-541-5115, 701-541-5155. And that's going to be it for that stuff. Let's throw that there. All right, let's go around the corner here. Wow, all of this time into the show, and we haven't even talked to anybody yet. I'm going to start directly ahead of me. Ryan Flaten is back. And is this the right way to say it? You're a Hall of Fame committee?
I sit on the committee, yes.
Okay, because to me, you're the Hall of Fame guy.
Yeah, I kind of got that, I guess.
Now, is there a certain criteria when it comes to how you get into the Hall of Fame? So I'm just going to pick your brain a little bit here because you knock it out of the park every year.
Yeah, no, honestly, all year long, people give us suggestions. And all those names go into the hat, I guess. And yeah, the committee kind of sits and we talk about it and decide which ones go to the top and which ones are kind of middle and behind. And what we do is we turn in 10 names to the racetrack and they actually pick from the 10 names.
Sure.
So.
Okay. Was it tough this year? Were there any I don't know. I mean, I know he's sitting right here, but we don't have to. Anyway. No, I mean, because like I say, it seems like, Ryan, that whenever I hear who the new inductees are, I don't ever go to myself, really? I usually go, well, that's a good choice. Or, man, I didn't even think about that.
Since I've sat on this, it's been pretty easy, I think. I mean, there's a lot of people that got missed over the years, and, we've been able just to clean that up, and so it's kind of made it pretty easy for the last few years anyway.
Okay. Oh, I forgot one more thing. Robin nailed me here earlier today and said, will you please talk about this? I better do this quick. NLRA has got their 3 giveaways. And tell me this wouldn't be nice. Their grand prize, a pallet of Busch Light.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. You see the look on his face?
Go back to that again. Let's start over.
Okay. Grand prize. Now, these are $20 tickets. Grand prize, a pallet of Busch Light, must be 21 or older, or take cash option of $1,500. If they offered you a pallet of Busch Light or $1,500, what would you do?
I'd take the Busch Light every time.
I mean, that's like a no-brainer.
Every time.
Second prize, $500 cash. Third prize, $250. They'll do the drawing Saturday, September 12th. The pit meeting at River Cities Speedway. And all you got to do is find an NLRA person. They've all got them. These tickets, you need not be present to win. So there you go. The dream win. People dream of winning the lottery. Guys like me and Bobby dream of winning a pallet of Busch Light. So there we go. Speaking of, hey man, welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you. It's been like a year, and
I know it has.
Great to see everybody here.
The last time you were on the show, boy, we talked about a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Tori couldn't get his ass out of bed today, but that's all right.
Well, that's why I call him Sleeping Beauty. So
there you go. And you guys are already okay. Now you're living pretty much all the time in Florida. You come home for how long in the summer?
2 months.
Okay, and now you've already got to leave Sunday.
Sunday with a hangover.
Oh, that's okay. Do you drive though, or do you fly?
No. It's Tori and I and the 2 dogs.
Okay.
Tammy and Brodix fly.
Okay. They're smart ones then.
They are.
And how long does it take you to get back home then? You make it a 2-day trip or 3-day, or just depends on?
It's probably 2.5. It's 30 hours.
Yeah.
With all your stops and things like that.
The Busch Light stops, the bar stops, and then you got a pee stop. And
if I added the Busch Light and the bar stops, that'd be 3 days.
Yeah. We're still on the same page on a lot of things. Yep. Is it getting to the point now? I know Tori had a hard time at first moving down there. I think he's starting to like it more and more. But how have you guys adjusted? I mean, coming from up here in the damn tundra and then moving down there, I'm sure it wasn't too hard to adjust. But how is life different there than here, or is it really not?
It is.
Yeah.
By far. I would bitch to Tammy for years about the weather in the winter. You know, I'd go to beer league hockey on Sundays, Wednesdays, and even that was starting to get frustrating. And I didn't know that in her, and she didn't say much. She just was like, yeah, put up with it. And I didn't know that she was thinking along the same lines as me about getting somewhere warmer. And, and then it just so happened that her mom and stepdad moved to Florida, and that kind of helped.
Somebody down there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the kids were online because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So it made it simple. And she actually found a house online, handicap accessible. We basically bought it over the phone.
Wow.
Her and Brode went and looked at it and came back and said,
we're moving.
Going.
Yeah. We're moving, whether you like it or not.
Yep. And I liked it. We have a pool, and the dogs love the pool. We love the pool. It's
like tank top weather all the time.
Oh God. Yes. In fact, Tammy asked me what I was going to wear to this, because I usually wear something like a tank top.
Yep.
And I actually had to put sleeves on, and I didn't know why. I'm coming to see you guys. Why would I wear?
She's coming to see me. Yeah, and all of us. Wow. Now you guys still maintain a place in East Side, just so you've got somewhere to come. Well, how long do you think you hold on to that, or will you hold on to it for a while? Oh, and he looks over at her. We've got her in the audience, by the way.
I've been asking her to get rid of it for a while, because it's just more work.
Exactly. But see, now guys like me, this is how I think about it, because I'm selfish. I think that if you guys get rid of that place, then we're not going to see you again, and you guys are going to quit coming back in the summers. And I'm selfish that way, and I don't want that to happen.
Well, our youngest still has buddies here.
Yep.
And that's really the main reason we come back.
Well, yeah, not your friends or anything.
Well, I love my friends. The problem is because of my silly work schedule, I don't.
Sure.
I don't get to see them nearly as much as I'd like to. Mm-hmm. And you know how friends get. You get older, and everybody gets set in their ways and things like that. So it's harder to see them.
So you basically drive up here for a couple of months, but then you both are fortunate enough to work from home, but you drive it all the way up here just to work, really, because your work schedule is crazy.
Yeah, and then just work on the house.
Yeah.
You know, and but we still have our fun. I mean,
sure.
Believe me.
Oh yeah.
We still have our fun.
But
and we see, you know, you got to see your family, which is the best part about it. Your family, your friends. You know, you'd love to see them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but problem is my silly work schedule. I only get to see them every other week.
Right. Yeah, because you got the 7 12s?
7 12s.
And then 7 off.
And then 7 off. So
Damn, I couldn't do that.
And I can screw off for 7 straight. The problem is there's always there's stuff you got to get done. And then the other thing is, you know, family or friends. Your friends are working a normal, let's say, 8 to 5. Well, you can't really hook up.
Right. What do you like, 6 to 6 or 7 to? How does that work?
Well, it depends. I work 3, 7 on, 7 off.
Okay.
And then I have to work 1 night shift.
Oh, sure.
And that's from 8 at night till 8 in the morning.
And how long are you going to do this? How many years you got left, Bob? Play it by ear?
Yeah, we're going to have to, because we went to a financial advisor, talked to him. He was like, well, yeah, you could do it if you want, if you could retire. Problem is, on my 7 days off, Tammy's working.
Sure.
It's like, what am I going to, you know, am I going to just hang around the house?
Go get a part-time job. You could be a Walmart greeter or something.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could greet pretty well.
See the Walmart greeter? You see that new Walmart greeter? He's wearing a tank top. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad both of you guys are here. I don't mean to forget about you, dude, but what are your thoughts in this whole Hall of Fame group this year?
I just had a thought on his, did this financial person balk at you at all? Wait, retire, because you've looked the same forever.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, there's Dapper Dan in there somewhere, you know.
Platinum highlights, that's what I call them.
Yeah, there you go. I went to get my hair cut, and I had ear hair and whatever hair. And the lady said, or the barber said that she's like, well, that's what you get when you're over 50. It's just a bonus.
Yeah,
bonus hair.
Bonus.
And I'm like, well, it's actually just more trouble to me, but.
Yeah, there's hair growing out of places it shouldn't grow.
No, exactly.
I mean, on your ears, I can see coming out of your ears, but on your ears and shit like that, it's like, what in the world? Catherine Marie says, hey, Bob, congratulations on your induction. Sleeves, Bob, from Dan Wisco. Robin, thanks, John. Brina, great inductees this year for sure. Going to be an emotional but awesome night. Bob's hoping it's Busch Light. Yeah, and I'm guessing that that whole thing of beer would be Busch Light if you would like it, because that's what it's going to have to be. Wheeling, dealing, limousine riding. Still, your thoughts on this year's class of 2026? I think it's an awesome class.
Yeah, I think the last year that I missed it when I was on the road, they had, I think it was before you, or like just the season before you. And ever since then, the revamp, it's been great every year. This year, especially, just selfishly, this guy over here pulled me to the side of the opener, and he was like, "Hey, you can tell," and he always starts with, "You can't tell anyone." I'm like, "Okay, I'll try," but I don't, you know. Yeah. So anyway, so he told me right away, and obviously I went nuts when I heard, you know, Bobby's name in that. But it's quite something to have, you know, someone. The first car was in the garage, and then Peterson's moving into the neighborhood about a decade after that. So those two are special, and you know what Todd's done for the series that I work for is remarkable. And Jeannie and Julie were, you know, by appointment viewing when you got your mom and your sister there. Sure. They're, you know, pioneers, and that wasn't something that was a thing before. So they never got the chance to, and that carries on down to even, you know, Kelsey and McKenna and the twins and Kate Taves, and there's so many others. But Just a great class this year, and it's going to be a fun night tomorrow night.
And
sure.
people you mentioned, 20, 30 years from now, when somebody else is doing a show like this, we're going to be talking about some of those people too, being inducted. I wanted to ask you, Ryan, because you started doing this, and this is a program for the Hall of Fame. There we go. How do you get one of these?
Just show up.
So these things are free at the racetrack.
Yes.
Because you do a lot of work.
Yeah, the sponsors that are in it pretty much covered everything. And then, it kind of started, when I was over there kind of hanging out with my dad with some of these old guys in the Hall of Fame, they were complaining that there was no programs. You know, and how come there's no programs anymore? And so that's kind of where the idea came from. It was like, all right, let's make it more and kind of throw some old stuff in there just to make them all happy. And it went crazy.
Oh, you go deep into it. And that's what, is make them happy. It makes everybody happy because a lot of people forget about the history. You're one of those guys that definitely does not. And it's funny, Tammy says when Ryan called Bob, his 2 instructions were don't tell Tori, don't tell Steven. Too big a risk, it would get out on social media. I think you told me the same thing.
I did.
Kaylee says, my husband just wants to know where the White House is, where Jeannie stood in front of in that picture. I don't know what she's talking about.
I do.
Okay.
It's still there.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm starting to get it. So there you go. How did you get roped into the Hall of Fame thing? Just because of your knowledge? Because you have got, between you two guys right here, between you and Steven, probably have more history saved. And Mark has got a bunch too, but you guys have got it all. I think you've got probably every program ever from the damn racetrack. And you keep all this stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I have it.
Are you a hoarder?
When it comes to this stuff, I guess I am. Yeah, we're gonna have to weed out here eventually.
Wow. Bobby,
well, if you're ever weeding out, you know who to call first.
Yeah, there you go. And make sure you send us a bunch of pictures too. How did you get your start in the whole sprint car thing or the whole racing thing to make it into the Hall of Fame now?
Well, from I guess from the beginning, what I did was we'd go out on our bikes to the Mile Road out in East Grand Forks. There was a spot where we kind of made jumps and stuff, and we just bike. And Linus Mack had his car out there, and they must have been tuning on the engine or something, and he was ripping it up, and he was shooting rooster tails back, and I don't know, maybe I was 10, maybe, and I was just like, man, I'm into that.
It's like being introduced to drugs.
Yeah, yes,
I mean, it is.
At a young age.
Yeah.
And then my brother-in-law actually pitted for Butch Scarry, and he would bring us to the track. Well, I remember one year we were in Warren, and it was the late models, which Butch raced, and the sprint cars, and I had nothing to do with the late models. And I mean, at that time, and I just loved watching the sprint cars and the open cockpit and just that whole realm of it just really impressed me. And I told myself I was going to do it, and I was at a young age. I went to by Ben Adams' place. A guy named Clint Dietrich had a sprint car, and they were going to do an auction. He was auctioning off the whole place, and they were getting rid of the sprint car. It was on a trailer. I went and looked at it. I think I had some type of job where I had a few bucks, and I was going to go buy that thing, and we were going racing. And I was probably 14 at the time, maybe. And I went to the auction, and it went over my budget by far. And I rode my bike home, sad.
Well, I bet.
Sad as could be. And then after that, I went to work, and I just decided, okay, I've got my own job. I'm living with buddies. I'm going to buy a car. And I bought this car from a guy in Fargo. I didn't know anything about it. It was like a 1981 Bobby Allen car. And started thrashing on that. Got it, and we got it on wheels, and but it didn't have an engine. And a guy named Bud Mankey, who used to race street stocks, he got in a little wreck and kind of got beat up a little bit. He decided to take a break from it. He happened to start working for us where I worked, and I had been talking racing, and he said, "Hey, tell you what, I'll get you the engine out of my street stock. You just got to convert it to the sprint car." And so he became, probably my biggest at the time. I guess my biggest representative for that. And then he knew Steven's dad, Kim Young.
Yep.
And I was working out of a single stall garage with no heat, no insulation. We moved the car over to Steven's dad's place, and then it really kind of took off from there. And my buddies were there every day with us, and Bud was kind of a cantankerous older guy, but we made it through, and that's how I got started.
First time in a sprint car. Your thoughts? And for some reason, this term gets used a lot lately. Pucker factor. Was there a pucker factor the first time you got into that sprint car?
Well, being that you don't know even how to set it up, see, there's this book by Steve Smith that how to set up a sprint car. So I just bought the book, thinking, no big deal. I'm going to college here. And that car was so bent that it didn't matter if I would have had it perfect. It wasn't gonna be very good.
You didn't know any better.
No. So I just drove, and then I'd come off the track, and Bud and Kim would either complain or say, "Well, that wasn't so bad," and then we'd move on to something else, try something different, move the right rear out, or add some wines in the car, and we didn't. I don't think we didn't tip over that year. We actually lasted the whole year, didn't wreck, so. That was my first year. That's and the pucker factor was probably there every night, and it was probably there on the last race I raced.
Wow, that is. I when you were on the last time, the story you told about how it got going and everything. God, we were both just about in tears here, and how your career went, and we're going to talk more about it. But we're going to try to figure out if we can get Todd, if he's going to be calling us or not. So I want to take a break right now. We are going to be back. We're going to be talking about a lot more stuff here. By the way, it is Bobby Martin, Todd LaHaise, Jeannie Christensen, and Julie Osowski-Peterson, this year's inductees into the 2026 River Cities Speedway Hall of Fame. Give us a break. We'll be right back. Dirty Thursday brought to you by River Cities Speedway. Hold on. Life doesn't ever seem to slow down. Everything needs to be done right now. Well, when it comes time for an oil change, stop into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Most changes are done in about 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change does more, too. Tranny and coolant flushes, tire rotations, and batteries. And included in your oil change, they're going to top off your fluids. Check your tires, battery, lights, wipers, and cabin air filter, too. And you get discounts for fleets and the military. They can text and email invoices and coupons and mention Grand Forks Best Source and get $10 off your oil change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They're open Monday through Saturday with no appointment needed. Pickup and delivery is also available if you live in Grand Forks. And Valvoline Instant Oil Change is now hiring. If you'd like to join their team as an assistant manager, customer service rep, or lube tech, stop in to find out more. Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a complete oil change and more. They're at 3325 South 38th Street, or call them 701-780-8462. And make sure you tell them Grand Forks Best Source sent you. The Red Clay Strays Grateful Tour is coming to the Alaris Center on August 18th. Get your tickets now at the Alaris box office or online at Ticketmaster.com. And by the way, if you want to take a bus to the Red Clay Strays, get a hold of anybody at Rumors Sports Bar and Casino here in the mall. Put your nose in BT's ear and say, BT, we need a bus to go see the Red Clay Strays August 18th at the Alaris Center. He's kind of iffy about it. Well, I'm going, and I want to ride that bus. Here we are, Hall of Fame preview for the year 2026 at River Cities Speedway, and somebody is on the phone with us. Are you there, Mr. LaHaise?
I am, John. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, man?
Well, it's been an exciting week. Got stranded in Denver. Had to coming from Arizona, 120 degrees. We got a couple Buffalo Wild Wings that were under construction, but made it back on Tuesday at a company manager retreat here at WeFest in Detroit Lakes, and it's a busy week.
Now, people that don't know about you, Todd, just tell us a little bit about yourself, if you would.
Well, a little bit about myself. I'm the same age as Bob. We played hockey together. Grew up in Grand Forks. Went to Grand Forks Central and went to UND and got into car racing pretty much when I was 12 years old. Started selling programs for Jim Corcoran at the racetrack and led on to doing some sprint car racing when I first opened my first Subway back in 1992, and been involved with the racetrack ever since.
Now, you actually, and a lot of people don't realize your affiliation with NOSA, and there's a reason why it's called the Buffalo Wild Wings NOSA Sprint Cars, but you actually owned a sprint car team before, and then you've kind of morphed into this relationship with Mark Dobmeyer. How did that all come about?
Yeah, we've been in and out of ownership since '92. That's when we bought our first sprint car. We had Terry Kroger as the driver. Mm-hmm. Subway was the brand that we owned back then, and then we raced a lot of Wazota 360s and on and off. I gave that stuff to Wade Nygaard, and then I sponsored him for a while, and got into Lauren Langerud, and then I bought Lauren a car. We did a little 410 racing, and then I had my daughter in 2006 and had the race equipment in the storage garage. In 2010, got back in the ownership and went knee deep into World Outlaws and did that for about 8 years, and we got a couple outlaw wins and a lot of wins during as the owner, and then at that time it was time for us to step back with everything we had going, and pretty much cut a deal with Mark, and he's been a great brand ambassador for Buffalo Wild and even a better friend.
You know, and that's true. He's a great guy, but you really didn't step back. It's almost like you can't step back. The things you do for NOSA and sprint car racing in this area, will you ever completely step away? Because knowing you the way I do, Todd, I don't think you ever will.
No, I've been doing this, like I said, it's either going races and sponsoring races or getting back into ownership. Yeah, it's in your blood, as you guys just discussed. It's kind of a different kind of drug, but it's exciting, and yeah, I'm probably gonna not keep doing what we're doing from the NOSA sponsorship. It's been a really good thing. We got a good thing going now, and we had a great King of the Wings, and really exciting that we had some cars from South Dakota, join NOSA, and so I enjoyed that part of it a lot. And as an owner, it's to be competitive. It takes a lot of money and even more time consuming away from your business.
Just a couple of more quick things, Todd. I know you are a man that likes to kind of lay back in the weeds. You don't want a lot of recognition or anything like that, but you will be on stage tomorrow night at River Cities Speedway. What does this mean to you, being inducted into the Hall of Fame at River Cities Speedway?
Well, when I first got the call from Darren, I was thinking he just wanted to sell me some more ads, but for the racetrack. But at first I thought, it should be for drivers, and I thought about it a little more, and I said, there's so many people that behind the scenes that have so much to do with putting on a show, including people like yourself and Steven and Ryan, and so it has been a long time. I mean, in 25 years, with Buffalo Wild Wings, and 10 years with Subway, and 30 some years of owning cars and doing the racetrack, and I'm going to proudly accept the award tomorrow, and my family's probably looking forward to it more than I am, but I'm going to be pretty excited.
I can't wait with Ryan Flaten here on this committee. He does such a fantastic job of putting this whole thing together. And I can't wait because there's going to be a lot of really, really good things said about you, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Again, congratulations on being inducted into the River Cities Speedway Hall of Fame. And drive safe on the way home. And thank you so much for calling in.
Hey, thank you, John. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, there you go. Todd LaHaise, one of the new inductees. And thank you very much, Todd. Man, he does a lot for NOSA. A couple of people see, hi, guys. Mike listening from Grafton. We've been going to the track for 40 years. Great group going in again this year. Congratulations to you all. That's Kevin Pappenfuss. Nick Curtis, good morning, all. Good morning to you, Nick. He finally, oh, yeah, he's got a different job now. He can't just text in whenever he wants. Okay, now, the little mix-up here. Gosh, he was so loud, my ears are ringing. Are you guys going to be partying at the racetrack tomorrow? What's going on here? Going to maybe be in Little Canada or not? I'm kind of conflicted because I basically told my wife, I think I got to go to the track at like 1:30 tomorrow. She's like, what? I said, okay, maybe 2. What? Well, Culk will be waiting for me at 11 at the drum, so I got to go pick him up. I don't know what he's going to do for the next 5 hours, but what's going to be going on tomorrow? Because I know there is a butt ton of people that want to see you guys.
We are... we got a spot in Little Canada for our motorhome, and we're going to start tailgating around 2:00.
Oh boy! Okay.
And, we thought about getting a couple kegs, and then we just realized that there's so many people coming that have a different beverage.
Sure.
Need.
BYOB, damn it.
Well, we're going to get a bunch of Busch Light and probably some Coors Light.
Okay.
If anybody on the radio or wants to us to add any more, let me know. I'm probably going to the liquor store right after this.
Oh boy, okay.
So we're probably just going to get some coolers with some beer and just kind of hang out till the actual, the picnic starts, things like that.
So I know there's a lot of your family going to be there. I know my next door neighbor is your nephew, and I know they're keyed up about it.
They are coming though, right?
The way it sounds, yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. And gosh, one of these days, I'm just hoping you guys will come over there and we can get together next year.
We've been talking about it this year that we really needed to get out and see you guys, and because I still haven't even met his kids, which is horrible.
Oh boy. Okay. Yep.
Now we're down once again.
Yeah.
We got like 72 hours here. So
and with everybody's lives going on, it's hard to do. I mean, you're here for a couple of months and you think, oh, I'll get to see everybody. And then when you go home, you realize I didn't see anybody.
Yep.
Wow. With this Hall of Fame thing now, you put a lot of work into this. And I've said this before, you make me sound like a freaking god when I'm up there because of your writing. Have you always had that talent? Because you do a phenomenal job. You, Amanda, Joe, you guys do an incredible job of writing, but have you always been like that?
I guess I don't know. It just is what it is. I mean, I've seen this stuff. Like I watched the Husitz Hall of Fame stuff, in Knoxville, and just trying to copy what they're doing. That's pretty much all it is. It's nothing special. It's
well, here's what I'm trying to get at, folks. When you hear me talking and doing these inductions tomorrow night, it's not me that writes this stuff down. It is this guy right here, and you always just nail it. It's not long. It's not. I mean, God bless Jeff Liebrick's heart, but when he wrote his schedule or his script for me, it was like 4 pages. But you get more to the point.
Yeah. No. And that's where I'm fortunate.
Without taking anything away from them.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Like I enjoyed calling Bob and getting to find out, the stories and stuff. Everything that he just told now. I mean, I got that on the phone before. And meeting with Todd. I mean, you get to see a lot of stuff on these guys that you don't normally. I mean, obviously I raced with Bob a little bit and knew that part of it, but I never knew the whole start and the cool stories that went with it. And same with Todd, I mean, I think one thing I want to say about Todd, everybody seems, or not everybody, a lot of people are like, he's just a sprint car guy. It does know so sprint car. It was amazing to sit down with Todd. And he knew things about my career back in the early 2000s, running streeters and stuff. And it's like, holy smoke, this guy pays attention to everything.
And that guy is a self-made man too.
Yep.
I mean, he wasn't born with a gold spoon in his pocket. That is for sure. That dude got everything he got by hard work, and he keeps on giving. That is a really cool thing about him. Congrats to the Rocket Man, Bobby Martin from Travis Strandell. With you now looking back on your career, because you did go flirt around a little bit down in Florida with racing cars. Do you have any sprint cars left? Do you have anything left?
I have a lot of stuff left. I don't have any frames.
Okay. So I was going to say, never say never, but is it ever? Or never?
Never say never.
Okay. I love hearing that.
I will tell you, it's tough not to be in it. But you have to be in the right situation. There has to be so many great things that happen to you, and it's not like I wasn't born with a silver spoon up my ass in any way at all neither, but I had great people, and even if they just contributed a little bit of either time or money, that's what can make it for a guy.
I mean, 5-10 quarts of oil is huge back then.
Yep.
2 cases of beer is huge on a race night.
Yep.
All of those things add up.
Yep, and it does, and it's the things that you really appreciate those people. The problem is when it gets to this point, doing it for as long as I've done it, there's some people that I don't even know where they're at anymore. In fact, my first pit guy, I didn't even know he moved to Bemidji. I've been trying to get a hold of him and found out he moved to Bemidji. So he's probably not going to be there, but it's things like that you just, I really hope everybody, Tammy was very good about, I'm not much of a Facebook guy. Tammy is very good about putting it out on Facebook. I really hope a lot of guys or a lot of people that were involved with me do show up tomorrow, because I'd really like to thank them and buy them a beer if that's what they drink. And
I know John Eglin and I were talking about it in the pits here a couple of weeks ago about this day, and I'd even mentioned to him, maybe think about coming on the show with you, but it just didn't get to work out, or we never even talked about it again after that. But what has changed the most since you started racing sprint cars? What has changed the most? I mean, a lot of people are going to say, social media, things like that, the goods, the bads, but what changes have you seen?
To be honest, the cost.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Geez, I got tires went from 200 before COVID to 380 now.
Isn't that nuts? You're lucky to get a heat race out of one,
Yeah, and then they're an expendable item. So you're like, I don't want to, and that's, unfortunately, I'm not going to say that's win or lose, but that can move you up some positions with new tires compared to old tires. Things like that. And then the cost of engines, just nutty that you got to pay $75,000 for an engine and have it rebuilt every 6 to 10 nights. And you get the guys with the piles of cash that have no problem with it. And the rest of us just have to,
Yep. And then all your pit guys, you pay them generously to come and work on your car every Friday night and every night of the week.
Yeah, they get paid well.
No, and I mean, that's just it, though. That's the love of the sport.
Yeah.
Because there's not too many people around here that can pay a guy to come and work on their car and show up there Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, whatever days they work in the shop, and then Friday, and then go on the road. But no, it's tough to do. And you were kind of hoping your son was going to get into the sprint car thing for a while. He dabbled with it a little bit, but are you kind of glad now that he didn't, or do you wish he would have, to kind of keep your legacy going, if that's a good way of putting it?
Well, initially, I really wanted him to, and I wanted him to take over my seat so that I could get out of it, and then I could just stay involved. And then once, with the costs of everything and all that, I just was pretty happy that he was smart enough about it and said...
And he is a smart kid.
He's I was
going to ask you where that come from, but...
He's too smart. Yeah, believe me, I got to ask that question myself. So he'll be driving in tonight, staying with us, so he'll be there.
Is he out east now, or where is he?
No, I helped him move back from Delaware to... He's in the cities now.
Okay.
Chanhassen.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be awesome. Probably don't get to see him a whole lot.
No, not enough. When we came back through Minnesota, we stayed for 3 days. But other than that, and then we went to the lake with Valandries.
Oh, sure.
And they came for that.
Okay.
Him and his girlfriend and their 2 dogs, and had a great time. But it's it's kind of sketchy every
Right.
couple days.
Hit and miss whenever you can.
Yeah, exactly.
Not easy. Marie Stewart, I get to ride in Dobmeyer's double-seater tomorrow. Good for you, Marie. I want to see your face. When you get back up and sit down in the regular spot, I want to see if you look any different. Good luck. You're going to have a lot of fun. Charles Cox, good morning. See you all tomorrow. Anything you want to add?
Picks to go through?
Oh, yeah, let's do some. God, thank you very much. Let's look at some pictures. You guys can just announce or talk about what these pictures are that you see. They'll be on the monitor right there.
Oh, boy. That's a rough start.
What year is this about?
That would have probably been 2020.
Somewhere in there. Some of the modder colors there. Might have Ryan help us out a little bit here, but yeah. Jeannie, one of her heat or B main wins, I think, right?
Yep, that would have been the first one, I believe, in 1990.
And hard to find pictures of her. At least it was for me.
Yep.
But if I remember right, didn't you say was this noted for like the first woman win heat or feature at River or former Grand Forks Speedway?
Yeah, first win, so it was a B main win. So
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Wayne Anderson and Wayne was president, I was vice president of NOSA, and he tried to get Jeannie in a sprint car, and she came to some of our meetings. It didn't come to fruition, but he was trying to move her, into sprint cars at one point.
Huh.
Wow.
I knew that Julie actually did drive a sprint car. She drove Jason Linnell's car up in Hamilton one night after the races. So
Did not know that. All right, we had to get that one in there.
Todd on the left there. This would be the car that he owned.
This was before the Dobmeyer days.
Yep. This had been right around when they won that Outlaw show. They won one in Fergus and one in Charlotte.
Okay, yeah.
And the
that's right.
Charlotte win was with Dusty Zomer, who's in that picture there.
Wow, look at that.
Julie,
there's Julie there.
1996 there.
And you know the years just by looking at the damn thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I was racing super stocks against her at the time.
Sure,
so
sure.
I do remember that.
Yeah, because I remember Brian Wild was running them back then. I think he was 35 back then. But, yeah, I remember it's like this was yesterday to me. And that's amazing.
You know what's funny about some of these? Sometimes you'll get argued with by folks. Is just like, there aren't trees off of 1 and 2. The fence doesn't look like that. I was like, it's changed a lot.
Yeah, that was a few years ago.
Yeah.
I tried to take him down one time.
More than once or just one time?
Just one time.
Then you learned.
I launched it into. I launched over a guy's right rear. I think I was leading at the time, and I was fortunate because I hit the trees, and it was really wet, and I just kind of came straight down into the slop.
Nice.
And it didn't wreck much.
Didn't do a lot of damage.
No.
Wow. Timmy Schwan says, hey, Bob Martin played hockey the same way, drives a sprint car, left turns only. Elizabeth, coolest person.
Swanee's still listening to you.
Yeah, Swanee. Elizabeth Sobolik, coolest person. Aunt Julie wore many hats. Race wife, mom, chef, and overall best camera woman for the Peterson team. We love and miss her. And one of the best drivers from what I've been told from Elizabeth. There you go. Yeah, that's a great picture.
I think that's the first car, right?
Yeah, that would have been it was a pure stock that they ran up in Greenbush and Hamilton, and then she would actually come and try to compete against the hobby stocks.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Now that's some squeeze in there. Todd, great guy. Even when they come up to the stands, a lot of the times you think you'd get a suite. They just sit there, and they're usually right below us, but such great people. Now, I had to put that one in there. I just think that is a great picture.
Yeah, that's
it's a couple years old, but I tried to find one with the whole family in there. And
that's probably the only one you'll get with all of us in it because it took me so many years between wins that that's just the way it ended up.
And I'm not going to lie, you look like you just got done running a marathon.
Oh.
Well,
You look like I would have.
you can't blame him. Catfish Martin from 11th.
Yeah,
you know,
no shit.
So, yeah.
Exactly. I remember that night well. I remember that night very well. That is, to me, is a great picture. So it's a little grainy, but the pictures back then weren't like they are now either. But I'm looking at this now. Did we have rain? Because the track looks wet and the stage is soaked.
So that isn't here. That's Hallock.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was Hallock, and Julie had won the feature, and that was her last race too.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
Oh, nice way to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the best looking car, one of the best looking cars I had. Didn't handle all, well, we were okay with it, but it was probably the, Billy Matichek did a really nice job on the whole Busch Light deal there.
Oh, he does great work. Yeah. And I was gonna say best looking car because it says Busch Light.
Well, Jeremy Eckman, Eck likes to have his name up top, but he really wanted to promote Budweiser for some reason that year, and that was just fine. But Billy really hit it there.
That's Genie again, 1995. That was the one year that Grand Forks ran the A mods full time.
Yep. Another one of Todd sitting with the hauler there. Great pics. Again, trying to get the family in there.
Peterson family.
Yep. Nice picture.
That's all the pictures.
All
Thank
right.
you, everyone, for sending them in.
All right. Thank you. Thank you to everybody that sent the pictures in. Kaylee says, how did you feel about racing against a female? I never got the opportunity to see her race, but there are times I get to the go-kart track and can see her and Robin sitting there at the picnic table. In fact, that was one of the pictures. I almost used that picture today. We've used it before. That was her spot for years. Great lady that raised some great kids. You raced against her. Did you ever race against her?
Nope.
Okay. What were your thoughts then about racing against a girl? I mean,
Julie's a tough one because I never seen Julie as a girl. I mean,
Right.
She was already racing when I started, and so it just was another car on the racetrack, and maybe it was a little different too because we were really good friends with,
Sure.
her and her dad, Dean.
Absolutely.
Nobody better than Dean, and so maybe I'm not the right person to ask because I guess I just never seen it that way.
yeah. I mean, did you ever play hockey against a girl when you were growing up? I played against one in Bantams.
My son.
Okay.
I bet I did in beer league, but
Okay.
and they're just another competitor in my
Sure.
mind.
And exactly. That's how I think about it. I played against a girl in Bantams. I was a freshman in high school, and we went into the corner together, and she didn't get up. And people are like, gee, how could you do that? She's playing hockey. She laced up the skates just like we did.
Yep.
I mean, granted, there wasn't girls hockey back then, but you got to treat them all the same. And that's what I like. Let's see. That was a fun car to do and turned out awesome. Thanks, Bob. Billy Matichek. And thanks for watching, Billy. Best day at the track for you? Do you have one?
Best day would probably be the picture that you had just put up.
The whole fam there?
The whole family. And then beating Dobmeyer. Well, not just Dobmeyer, everybody else, but I passed Dobmeyer coming into 3.
Yeah, I remember.
On the white flag. And you don't beat him very often. It was so hard. But that was probably my best day.
Yep. I regret so bad not running down for that. And you mentioned it to me afterwards.
I had Chad with me.
I know. And Chad does a great job, but God darn it. I anyway. Do you have a worst day at the track that you can remember?
Probably any day we crashed. Well, I will tell you one big time. A 35 car. This was back when Donnie Mack. He made us start in the back if you're top 3 in points for 3 races or whatever, and I just happened to be good enough for the point average. I started back a lot during those days and started like 8th. And the 35 car, we took off. I thought I had this motor I got that might really ripped, and I got it from Dave Lunstra, and it was my first time running it. And I was just like, all these, they're just hugging the bottom. What's going on here before the start? And I thought, I'm just going to go around them all. And the 35 car, I think, started on the front row, and he just did like a quick right turn, like out at the flag stand in the straightaway. And I went right over his right rear big time, and I took down the fencing. And
where was this?
That was here.
Okay, yeah.
That was here. And then the car was junk, but it was a year that we had 2 cars, so we went to a backup car. And I ran the backup car by the time they finished fixing the fence, I was able to start in the back of the next heat, and I ran up to 3rd place. Well, then it rained out, and then some people came down and said that, hey, I don't know if you knew this, but some handicapped people got hurt in the stands.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Some 2x4s hit them.
Oh, boy.
And that was the worst day.
Knowing you, that would have crushed me. It would have crushed you. I mean, knowing you the way you are.
It did. It crushed me. I was like, what? I was like, everybody okay? And they're like, yeah, they're fine. It was just obviously a big surprise.
Sure.
And then the next week, I told them, if you get a chance, have them come down and see me. And the next week, they came down, and we became friends.
Oh, I bet.
It was great. I mean,
knowing you probably shed a tear.
Oh,
when they came down to visit you.
I did.
I bet.
And you know, it's going to be like tomorrow. There'll probably be a lot of waterworks tomorrow for me. But yeah, I was devastated when they told me that, and I was like, this is just my hobby. I don't want to do this if this is what's going to happen sometimes. Well, that's what happened, and I felt horrible about it.
You know, here's a funny thing, folks. I know enough of these guys, and we all know all of these race car drivers. They're not all, I'll kick your ass, I'll beat the crap out of you. A lot of these guys wear their hearts on their sleeves. You're one of them. In fact, I probably know more sprint car drivers that do than any other form of racing. But let's see. Chad Hoff, congratulations to this year's class. Miss you all. Love you, Bobby. Amanda Joe, Governor Bob Martin, look forward to celebrating you tomorrow. Ryan Corbett, hands down, Bob, the nicest guy in the pits. Congratulations. Kevin Pappenfuss replying to Ryan Corbett, I agree. I've got 2 more questions. If you got anything you want, anybody, let me know. But there's a long list. Who do you want to thank for an incredible racing career?
Oh, this is just a small list.
Oh, good. He brought a cheat sheet.
Well, the first thing, you know, there's just it takes a large support cast for us anyway. There's some guys like, let's say Doug Howells, he just had him and a couple other people. Well, it took a lot for me to get to where I'm at, and a large supporting cast, big time. And I obviously family and friends was number 1. That's how it started. But then obviously got to go with crew members, and John Eglin was huge for me.
Oh, for sure, yep.
I mean, he was by my side. We were best friends from like 7th grade on, and we raced dirt bikes together. He was my biggest supporter, and also my biggest nemesis because
he's John.
Yeah. Well, he
in a good way. You know what I mean.
He puts you in your place.
Exactly. That's the thing about the Eglins.
And him and Tom were they're cut from the same mold.
Sure.
Tom's a little more reserved as far as he doesn't really say much.
Mm-hmm.
He just gives you the eye like.
Oh yeah.
But I had so many good people. I mean, John, Brian Busick out of Fargo, who actually put me in one of his cars for a couple of years. Rich Collins, who will be here tomorrow. Glenn Arnold, their buddies. I'll just go down the list because it might take too long. But Brian Milling, Glenn Arnold, Blake Christensen, Jeremy Smart, who we call Not So.
Not So. Yeah. And then there's Oso, and then he's got some brothers too, so or whatever.
Yep. Jamie Carlson, who helped out a bunch, especially with Tori. Dave Sopchik, Jason Burris, Travis Pulowski, Kerry Strandell, Jay Platt, Brett Franklin, who was the guy in Fargo, him and I actually started this, and I don't know if I can get a hold of him because he moved to Bemidji, but Tony Lehman, Kurt Jagger, I hope I didn't forget anybody, but obviously it's family and friends first.
Sure.
And then the sponsors, Don Partlow, huge for me.
You can't say enough about that guy.
No, and he was, obviously he was an accountant for East Grand Forks, and he had a lot of the businesses in East Grand Forks, and so it wasn't always his money. It was he would get me other sponsors, and because I was horrible at it.
Knocking on doors for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly, and then he became a father-in-law, even better.
Yep.
Jeremy Ekman Dental Arts, the money he spent on
He's a good guy.
on somebody like me. I mean, he spent the money and just kept hoping, and we did get a few. He was on the car when we won the NOSA Championship, 2009, and he was on the car when we won the Governor's Cup, and he was just with me. And when I first met him, he came with a 6-pack of beer, of Coors Light, in a bag.
Can't fault him all the time, but
Yeah, in a bag, and he knocked on my garage door, and I opened it, and it was him. Didn't know him from Adam, and introduced himself. He sat in the car. We got half tilted, and then they grew from there.
I was going to say, Jeremy, only a 6-pack?
Well, that's
A first-time meeting, but
he apparently didn't want me to have any.
Oh.
That's all I can figure. But Jimmy Valandry from Valandry's, he was my first sponsor.
Okay.
First sponsor ever. Randy Kiefer from Budweiser. Budweiser was my longest standing sponsor.
Yep.
And when I came in, they said, we're going to give you this much. Don't ask for any more. Just don't screw it up, and you can stay with us forever.
Okay.
Or until you quit.
Sure.
Wade Holtman Trucking.
Yep.
Fertilon, Birch Truck Equipment, painted all their stuff for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Wayne Gregoire, great guy.
Sure. Awesome guy.
The Hub, Popolino's Pizza, the whole couple pizzas a night. Wally Cash from Cash Trucking, great guy. A buddy of mine from school, Augie's Potato Storage. Right Spot Liquor, Troy Peterson. Northern Plains Grain Inspectors, Plains Chiropractic, Kent Anderson from Advanced Electric. My shop was next. I rented from him.
Yep.
He was a lot of help. I mean, and I can't give these guys enough credit. There's the sporting cast should be. I wish Ryan could do this where they all get in together. This big pot.
Yep. The Bobby Martin team or whatever, but
But I get it. I understand that. And Ryan, I guess there's this book out there that Ryan writes all of his notes in. And I'd like to see that book someday.
Oh, God, I couldn't imagine. It's probably in a vault, locked somewhere, buried under 8 feet of concrete.
Yeah, Brad Sang told me that you got to see that book. And so... But Duke's Liquor, Columbia Liquor, Big Daddy's, who's not around anymore, Whitey's, Very Best Cakes and Pastries. I mean, I could go on, I'm sure. Even had a guy I skated beer league with, gave me some money, didn't want to be noticed. And it's just, like you said earlier, the little stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. It's the fact
Everything helps.
Yeah, it's just the fact that you're just doing it for a hobby.
Yep.
You love it. You want to get back out there.
I mean, you mentioned the pizzas. We've got a guy that's in Victory Lane quite a bit. He mentions that they get lavash from a place, but he's darn sure to make sure he mentions them in the sponsors, Yep. But it takes a lot of people to make something like this work, especially for the years you put into it. When I had that sat and talked with Johnny Egland here a couple of weeks ago, it was funny, the things we can remember from back then, but we brought up Greenbush. He actually brought it up when you and Brennan got airborne and all that. And John acted like it was yesterday. He remembered it that well. And it's like, wow, that's what all these years of not doing what I did does to your brain. You can actually remember stuff like that.
He calls it the vault.
Yeah.
He just goes like this. It's in the vault. It's in the vault.
And it is a vault for that guy.
And it is for him. It's not for me, but that is what it is. What it is at that point.
Absolutely. Richard Lawrence enjoyed watching Bobby back in the day. Always a clean driver. Billy Schletter, Bob Martin, congrats to you and your family on going to the Hall of Fame at River Cities Speedway. One more question I've got for you, and then I'm going to unleash you guys if you've got anything to say. Wait, Bob's a class act on and off the track. This is Dan Wisco. Same for Ryan. Sports future is bright as long as guys like you still stay a part of it. Congratulations to all the inductees. And is this true, Dan? Are there going to be margaritas at your little celebration tomorrow? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what Dale handed me some stuff here, but I've always heard this rumor and this legend of these margaritas that you make, and yet I have never got to try one.
Oh, he broke them out after the races last Saturday.
Yeah, I know, but I'm never up in Greenbush anymore. Yeah. So I'm just hoping that maybe that is going to happen here because I'd love to try one. I got one more question for you, Bob. How do you want to be remembered as a race car driver?
Probably just as Dan Wisco said, or I think that's who said it, is just a clean race car driver. I didn't have the money to go and
to go be dirty.
Yeah, and I don't want to be dirty. I just as a clean, decent race car driver, I didn't set the world on fire, but I didn't look horrible all the time. So just decent looking and won some races.
Decent looking. And somebody just said, disappointed Bob has sleeves on. You're one of the guys that everybody kind of morphed to. You're one of the guys that it never failed when you went down to the pits after a night of racing. There always seemed to be a bunch of people at Bob Martin's pit. They kind of gravitated towards you. And I think that tells what kind of person you are. It's not just when you're on the track. It's what you do before the track, after the track, wherever you're at. But people liked you. And there's a reason for that, man.
Well, to be honest, I kind of got tired of people asking me about me.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to ask people about them.
Sure.
It's like, about me. I'm out in the open. I'm wide open. It's, you've mentioned me enough, and why don't you tell me about you? And maybe that helped with, the last few years. I remember there was a vet. He was heading back to Iraq or Afghanistan or something, and I just wanted to know more about him, not me. And that's how it got to be after a certain point.
And people don't forget that.
Well, I hope not, because I just, you kind of get. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great that people kind of idolize you to a point, but in the end, you really want to know about them.
Right.
When you get to a certain age, it's like, enough about me.
Yeah.
Let's just talk, about you. And then the next time they come down, which is usually the next Friday, you got a little more to say.
Absolutely.
And kind of helps that you got 90 bush lights in the cooler too.
I'm going down to see Bobby's cooler. Going down to see Bobby again in the pits.
Yeah.
Affirmative until they run out. That's Dan Wisco's answer. So I'm going to have to go try one of those. You got anything you want to add?
Yeah, I got a couple things.
Okay.
The one thing I would say, you asked Bob a question earlier about what was his best day of racing or at the racetrack. And I think if you ask him that on Saturday, I think it's going to change. I think Friday night's going to probably be the most fun that he's had. And that's what I'm hearing from the other people that have been put in. So that's kind of looking forward to that for him. I think a lot of the people that are racing now don't understand how big of a deal this is until they get older. Most guys get a car and they're just happy. Like, I remember that when I got my first car. You're just happy. You're like, I'm in. And then
the last thing in your mind is thinking about 20 years from now or
absolutely
whatever.
And the same thing goes. You win a heat race. You think you're the greatest thing ever, and then a feature, and then maybe a point title, and nothing says you were the guy like getting into the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
That's and I hope everybody now that's part of it is understanding that and getting that.
And again, hats off to you and the whole Hall of Fame committee because you guys knock it out of the park. Kevin Pappenfuss, great show. Billy Schletter, how about this? Bob, have an idea. This is brilliant. You should get into a sprint car and pace the field in the A main tomorrow night. How freaking cool would that be?
Believe me, I would love to. Tell him I'd love to, but I'm probably be inebriated by then.
Talk Dobby into bringing the 305 over for you and you can hop in that thing. That'd be, boy, man, would that be
That
fun.
and I just have to find a place for you in the lineup because we're not going to get you to pull off anyway. So
Well,
you
that's
just
true.
you just be in the race at that point. So
I'm taking the green, by the way.
Oh, bad.
Hey, one thing, if I could ask, Mikey Witherall,
Yeah, Withy.
still flagging, is Dan
Mankey?
Dan Mankey?
Yep.
I've been meaning to get a hold of those guys too, and I got to do that today. But good, I want to see them guys. They were in our last picture,
Yep.
my last win here.
And see, we do things a little bit different now. Sometimes Withy is up in the booth now, and Mankey will be just doing the flagging, and Willie will be making the calls from upstairs. But I talked to those guys. I talked to Mike a lot. And I know his schedule, I think, is a little bit easier now, too. I don't think he's going as hard as he used to, but I know he's still racing karts on Wednesdays and things like that. So,
that was my next question.
Oh, yeah.
Still
Yeah. In
racing.
fact, he's won. I think he's won a couple of times this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got 2 or 3 wins so far this year.
Yeah,
he's-
can't turn his head. He's like
Well, that's
this,
yeah.
but
He would
he's
tell
still
me.
winning on go-karts.
He would tell me, oh, his back hurt so bad or his neck hurt so bad. So I thought he was going to call her quits, but I'm glad he's still racing because and Lauren Langer had told me this when Lauren quit. He said, I was buying some tires from him. And I just said to him, like, are you sad? Are you unhappy that you're quitting? And he goes, I'll tell you right now, just don't quit. And you won't have to feel like I do.
Yep. But you kind of do. You don't go to the racetrack. And it's like you've even told me this. I'll drop Tori off, but I'm not going to go there.
No.
I felt the same way when I quit hockey, when I quit playing softball. I couldn't even be near it anymore. And that's, again, and me being as selfish as I am, that's what I hate the most is when guys quit racing because you're one of the rare ones that, Ryan, that they say, no, when I'm done, I'm done. I'm not going to that track. And again, there's the selfishness in me coming out, and that's what I hate to hear. And I hate to see it because, well, we miss you guys.
Well, believe me, I miss you guys. But it's like when the show started, it's a drug. And if I'm going to be near the drug, I'm going to be in the drug. Ryan did get himself in a Tom Cummings car a couple weeks ago. And that might just be lighting a new fire. You never know.
Oh, boy, that's funny.
I meant to ask about that earlier, Ryan. How was it getting back out there a few weeks back?
It was all right. It would have been nice if the thing would have lasted more than 4 laps.
Yeah.
But, it's all right.
So you got the itch back? Are you going to go back into a car?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
And there wasn't even a hesitation there.
No.
There was no pause.
No, because we got the kid's car, and if I really wanted to, I'd kick him out. And do it. But no, I'm good.
Steven, what do you want to add, man?
I don't really think I've got much to add.
No,
This is more one of those shows where I sit and watch it, even though I'm sitting
I know,
here.
and I feel bad because the guy takes time out of his day.
That's not what I meant. I was just like, I'll just sit and watch the show today. It's
okay. Well, it's been a good one so far. And you got something more here.
The only thing I got left to say is I know Bob's party's at 2:00, and anybody that can't make 2 at 5, we kind of have a picnic for everybody that comes to the. And not only do we have the inductees that are going in, but we have RSVPs from tons of them from the past that are coming. So there's going to be a lot of cool old guys if you want to come and say hi to them and stuff. It'll be a good time. A lot of old pit guys, and
it's not just the 4 new ones. It almost becomes kind of like a reunion.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
And I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I mean, besides like the World of Outlaw shows or something like that, this, in my opinion, is going to be the biggest show that we have of the year. I'm expecting a full, packed house. Give these people the dues that they deserve. These are people that we grew up watching race forever. And it's about time we give them the credit that they deserve.
Do you still have a couple sections in the main stand roped off for former inductees and the new ones going in that? Or I don't remember how that works.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Grant Olmsted. I have many fond memories of the races as a young kid. The good old days of the Max, Dob Meyer, Pat Miller, Harry the Horse Thief, Sam Bratton, and of course Bob. Who was Bob's top 3 drivers from that time frame?
Todd Max, number 1 in mine.
Yep.
Todd and Sonny are. I worked. I would take time off work to go work the farm for harvest. Todd Mack was unbelievable. Todd Mack, Sonny, and probably Lauren Langrud or Sam Broughton.
Sure.
We ran limiteds together.
Oh, yeah, I remember when those limiteds were here. Yeah, Bennett Bulldog was running them there for a while. And Sonny actually stopped by the studio here about a month ago. I hadn't talked to him in probably 2-3 years. Looked great, sounded great, and I still haul beats for Todd. And what a great group there, because it's all racetrack people or ex-sprint car people, but just about everybody that hauls beats for AgMac Farms has something to do with racing. And I have such a good time working with them, and it's already coming up. So yeah, this is going to be fun.
I find that funny sometimes. You guys are still able to make it to the piler. You don't like start racing each other in the field or anything. So that always works out.
When you got 90,000 pounds, it's not that easy. It takes me a mile to get up to 55 miles an hour. Bob's, what's your most favorite victory? Last question.
Well, there's probably going to be 3. There was, what was it called back? It was a while back. Wayne put it on. It was a NOSA Challenge, it was called.
Oh, yep.
Won the NOSA Challenge. My last race here winning, and the Governor's Cup.
There you go.
And I really wish I would have won Houston's because I had a really good chance. Just didn't happen.
Man. Chad Hoff, one last text. I've been at a lot of tracks, and I have to say Ryan does an amazing job with the Hall of Fame. I tell him every year it's cool what he does. So cool what he does. And Chad, we're still waiting for you to come up and make an appearance. I want you down there. I want the Bullring boys to be back at least one more time. I think that would be great. Ryan Flaten, you do an incredible job with the Hall of Fame committee and all of the Hall of Fame committee. Thank you. Again, we're going to see Bobby Martin inducted tomorrow night, along with Todd LaHaise, Jeannie Christensen, and Julie Peterson. Hall of Fame, River Cities Speedway 2026. The party will start in Little Canada. If you're a friend of the Martins, I'm going to get there early. But no, I'm not going to drink the whole time. These people that think I'm just a drunk, you know. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to go there. The social media thing again. Stephen Lewis, you do an incredible job here. I can't thank you enough. Dale, the producer, makes this show what it is.
Heck yeah.
It looks so good. And you guys, just giving all of you a round of applause. Chad Hoff, stay tuned. Don't tease me, damn it. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up. Again, you guys, we can't thank you enough for coming in. Bob and Tammy Jo, I could talk to you guys every day, all day long as we had unlimited bush lattes. So thank you guys for coming. No, it wouldn't have to be unlimited bush lattes. I just love you guys. Again, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for all the texts and all that stuff. Let's see. What do we got going on next week here? Next week coming in, it's going to be Jeremy Lisakowski. Drives a wingless sprint car along with Nick Sherrick. Wow, he's going to be back on the show. It's been a long time. Dirty Thursday brought to you by Rumors Sports Bar Casino right here in the newly named Midtown District Mall. What a great place. You know, they're open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. You want to go watch your favorite sports team on TV? They got like 900 TVs in there. Maybe you want to do a little gambling and giving your money to charity. Go do it. You can bet on the horses, play bingo, try your luck with all of their different charitable gamings. They got their express lunches going on. World famous beer tower is there. Monday, got DJ Trivia Night, the initials game every second Tuesday night. And if you're going to go see the Red Clay Strays on August 18th, let Rumors know you want a bus. I flirted around with this with BT today, and I said, come on, man, you got to get a bus. I said, how about if I mention that? If we get enough interest, will you get one? So hopefully we will do that, all right? Thank you to all of our sponsors, River Cities Speedway, Dirty Thursday. We can't wait. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you at the races sometime this weekend. Remember to like, share, tag, and follow us. Hit that notification bell on your smartphone. We never miss a show that way. You know, we love the Forks. We're Grand Forks' best source. We're giving the Forks their identity back.